Hey, Jolly boy. Hey, Maz. I'm just having a little bit of a ciggy. Are you Trevor? Are you RCR? Are you Farmers? Are you okay? I hope you're alright, Trevor. Are you Alan? Yes, so some strange news has been coming in. Like 2 minutes, I'll have this ciggy and I'll get started. Two minutes. You'll have to excuse me because I've got my pyjamas on. 18, Paddy. I can't see. Right. So, excuse the pyjamas. So, a while ago, when I obviously knew, which was pretty soon after meeting them, that they weren't to be trusted, Maria was about doing all this as well, and True Media, our friend. So we just didn't believe a word they were saying half the time, and things were coming to light how much they were lying and different things like that. So True Media had gone to stay at their house, and it was really. Can you see me all right? Hey, Mick. Can you hear me, Georgie boy? I didn't ask anyone. Let's have a look. I'll just tell her. I'll just put live. It's SD and he's asking if we're live, so. Oh, brilliant, Georgie boy. Yes, so True Media was around at the time. He used to do. He used to check everything out now as well before he put anything out there. He wouldn't put stuff out that they wanted him to and different things. So anyway, he'd gone to stay at their house. They'd invited him up, and she'd started talking about. Now, True Media used to be in the army, and she started talking about how she worked for the MOD, right, and something to do with the computers, this, that, and the other. And it was well before, like, the Ukraine war stuff was on, and she was talking about stuff about that, what only really army people would be talking about. So I said to True Media, I said, what, you think she's like works for him? He said, oh, definitely some kind of intelligence thing. He said, I'm sure she is. So we always looked in on that, but we could never find anything like obviously concrete out there. But obviously we knew she was working for some kind of intelligence service, and even though we dug deep, we couldn't find the actual like 100% that she was. So that's why it was never put out. But True Media was, hi Peggy, I'll get you a thingy now. My phone's on. True Media was one of those people who he wouldn't put anything out there if it wasn't true. Now, he would look into things. Now, when he told us this, he was adamant that she was definitely something to do with the MOD, but the intelligence side of things, and obviously said she wasn't to be trusted. They turned on True Media and his missus not long after. Well, that first night they stayed, I think they accused them of using the credit card and stuff, and terrible stuff. And True's not like that. He's an absolute really nice lad. So let me try and get Peggy started. 2 minutes. I'll see if I can get on this live and I'll get back to what I'm saying. So that's always been in my head because I know that. Hold on 2 seconds. I'll just give Peggy a thingy. Where is it? What was the last live? She commented on. 2 seconds. Right. See if it comes on now, Peggy. If not, it must be my phone. Right, it should come on now. Right, so, but what True Media had said to me always stayed in my head because I thought, well, he doesn't usually come out with things like that. So that was always in my head, like, did she work for Aegis? Did she work for, like, military police? Or was she part of, I just didn't know. We just couldn't put our fingers on it, but we knew there was something. So, to cut a long one short, a few things fell into place. last night? Well, last week there was somebody who's connected to their business they were connected to military police also. And then last night, I think well-known unknown had said that there's a group of people called, I think they're called psychops, I think he said he called them last night. And when I've checked into it, because I put the post on my community post, it all started to make sense. So then I made a few little inquiries, and there's that many people that know about the connection with this 77th Brigade and this psychops people. So the last screenshot I put on my community post is, if you look at it, it's got 2 minutes, not the last one, it's about the third one down. It's called, I think they're called psychological operations, so it's called psychops, right? So there are a range of techniques used to convey messages through video, audio, or media. And these are the things they use, right? So you think of DD, right, and all the DECA campaign and stuff like that, right? So they use loudspeakers. Now, don't forget, Paddy's had an experience with this as well. So one of the tactics he uses, loudspeakers, right, leaflets put about, right, for use for more deliberate campaigns. The dropping of leaflets by drones and stuff into places. And do you remember there was loads of leaflets put out all over DECA? I know DECA's wrong and things like that. But if you look at it, if you look at all these tactics, it's all the tactics they used, right? The social media used for strategic operations, publications, airdrop leaflets, foreign news media, which they did get in touch with the media over there with the DECA thing. So when I went into this, other thing came up as well, because I was speaking to another couple of people last night, and this 77th Brigade had come up alongside these psychops, what well-known unknown was talking about. So these are, let me get it up, 2 seconds. Right, hold on. Right, 2 seconds. 77th Brigade, I think I sent it to, let me see if I sent it to, sorry about this, I should have been more organised. So, right, 2 seconds. I think it'll be on my page. So, 77th Brigade, I have to put it back into the phone. I can't even remember who I sent it to. 77th Brigade, right. So, Brigade, right. So you can all check this out for yourself, right. So when you check it out on Google, it'll tell you, right, they're a hybrid unit of regulars and reservists. So like normal people can go in it as well, right. The spy on social media, right? Anyone can join up as well. It's absolutely berserk. I've heard Unloved Annie, a lot of them are all connected. It makes sense of how they all met as well. So it's what they do is they'll push out any narrative. Now, when you go onto Reddit, so if you go onto Reddit, let me get it up. Reddit. 2 seconds. I can't believe I haven't had all this prepared. But it was just a quick thing. I was talking to Maria for a bit there, and I should have had it all done. Right. So when you go onto Reddit, it says they use tactics of like, what they'll say is somebody's wife's having an affair, or they'll say somebody's going to sleep with the wife, and it's all the same tactics these people use. So it's like they're like professional trolls, but obviously these ones have failed. But they're pushing some kind of like narrative out there for other agencies. So other agencies use this 77th Brigade and this psychops brigade as well. well known unknown, like, brought it up last night, and it was like, I looked right into it and I thought, God, he's right. And then when I seen all the different tactics he used, it was like, it all made like total sense. When I delved into it further, apparently there was a trolling academy. Another friend of mine has told me today, a trolling academy was set up in Wales, right? And it was spoke about, she's going to get me, she thinks she's still got the bit of the live where they're all talking about it. And it was a long time ago. And it all got set up the same year as what he had set his Facebook up on, that Here Comes Johnny. I think it was about 2016. So I'm trying to find out now whether she's still part of that, and this is how she's been involved in all this Hawk Scared and all this different stuff. And you've got Unloved Annie with Brian Harvey and different things like that. So this is what they do. It's a proper unit to cause dramas or put out whatever on social media for other agencies. So I'm trying to work out whether she still is part of that, or she's brought the tactics, if she's been sacked or whatever, has she brought them tactics in originally for the Aaron Lambo situation? Because if you think back to when the trolling of Aaron was going on, that trolling was going on. He was going on YouTube and doing videos all the time and doing. Showed you the police were right on his case no matter where he went. He could be at a gym, he could be at his house or whatever. So the police were on his case constantly, and he'd do the videos about them. Now, this was around the time when they were trolling as well. So it makes me wonder, were the police on Aaron's case anyway? He was obviously switched on. They didn't have anything on him. Was all this trolling then brought in to make him crack, if you like, with the pressure of all the trolling? Because some of it's really vile what they do. So then they were involved in all that. So I think, I'm not sure if actually Burkitt took the rap for that with Humble, and that makes sense too. Why he'd buy him a computer, and why he'd buy him a phone, and why money was offered to him when he got out of jail and different things like that. Because there's definitely some connection still going on with them too. I don't care what anyone says. I think they've done like a lot more than him. So if you think about it, also, I know definitely Asia, then they were doing stuff like, remember with the James English got it. He got it. I think Burkitt was threatening to get him with a machete. So it just makes me wonder, as all this, and then obviously the Humble Dry stuff, right? Because she used to say, "Oh, I knew we needed a bit of help, so sort of came in then." But she used to like giggle when she used to say it, and I took it as, because she used to also pretend she was like a solicitor, or she'd done law training and different things. But now I'm starting to think that she's been one of those intelligence workers for them Cyclops or the 77th Brigade, like 1,000,000%. Yeah, I will, Alan, but why these people are online every single day, putting people's kids up and wives up and lying about people that they don't even know, right? I will carry on exposing them. And that's simple as that. And I've said I won't stop until he goes off social media and he stops telling lies. And he won't stop telling lies, so I won't stop telling the truth on him. Every time he does a video, for every video he does with his lies, I'll do video out in the truth with him. End of. And it's not going to stop. So the amount of people's lives that he's tried to mess up and obviously tell lies about and set people up and different things like that, it's just disgusting. Hey, Jedi. So I'm going to try and get hold of a few people, because I really do believe that this is where the connection's at with them. So it's called Psych Ops, and it's spelled P. I've put it on my community post anyway, haven't I? And this 77th Brigade. Now, you don't have to be like normal people can join up, but these aren't normal people, the weirdos, aren't they? Where is it? I think Marie sent me a video of it earlier. Right. Let's have a look. Is that right? Oh no, but I got that video earlier. Did you hear that as well? I'm a little bit concerned about that Craig now. That he's well-being with Unloved Annie. Because did you hear that about where she asked him to show her his bum so she knew who it was? That was a bit strange, wasn't it? They were very concerned about Hangman being on my life. I'm a bit concerned about him now. Coming out with strange things like that. It's another one. But yeah, there's definitely some reason behind what they're doing, and I believe it's for intelligence. It's to try and make people cause drama online, because the army people or the operations unit are watching it all the time, and these are like I suppose they're like trolls for them. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's when Ray brought them in. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000,000,000,000,000%. If anyone would like, oh, thank you, Carol. Andy, Tony, yeah, he definitely does that. But haven't you noticed, like, Humble won't go anywhere near Burkitt? They've had that odd little thing online they did, right? But if you think when he got out of jail, they give him, when he for a computer, for a phone, they give him cash. Because if I remember one night on The Real Honest Truth, and Kebab was speaking on it, and when she was talking, Tony had come on, and the next thing they were arguing over the money, and it was like, oh, you said it was for your brother or something like that, and he said, no, you's actually given me that money. So that's when she started sending me all her messages saying, I don't want to go online anymore. I think he's saying I'm showed him up and I'm not allowed to go back on social media. But he's putting stuff up on social media saying people's wives aren't allowed on computers and stuff, and are more or less kept prisoner. You told your wife that she wasn't allowed to go on a computer anymore because she'd slipped up with Burchett. So come on, humble liar, in your lies. And that's another one I'm going to do. I'm going to ask Carl Walker to come on as well, because I'm going to show you for your lies. So all the stuff you're saying as lies, I'm going to out you with the truth. And that's what I'm going to do. You pair of absolute ratbags. So I had enough trolling, but consider Ryan is at the moment. No consider. Oh, it's crazy. And this is why I won't let things go. I mean, you've got that Irish bull now doing stuff for them as well, because he was bad enough anyway. But I mean, the new one is Brian's brother, obviously, is mentally ill, really, really poorly. And they're saying that I'm abusing Bobby now. I'm being sleeping with him and different things like that. Just absolute sickos. They are really, really sick people. But yeah, everything they actually come out with, all lies they come out with, I'm going to show the truth. So they think it's okay to troll innocent people daily, tell lies about them. Look what they did to Paddy, right? Look at all that shite they've talked about Paddy, right? And even Shitey had even come here saying this, that, and the other about Paddy, and all that was like lies for their own sick, whatever they were up to. But obviously, we know that it's obviously something to do with the police. I do agree with Paddy on that. But if you think about it, they hadn't seen Brian for 30 years, and then you've got him coming along, Ginger, and they must have thought, oh, well, he's done a good job with DH and all that. We'll get him to be the mouthpiece, and now he's just lying and lying constantly. Are you, Anna? Are you okay? This is a new channel, this, Anna. And when I go on the thingy, I'm going to sort you and Peggy your things out. Well, so I think that match will be good next month. It's a peaceful one, very peaceful. It's nothing untoward or anything like that. So we'll tell you more about that when we get it organised. But yeah, it just shows you what these people are. Just saying, Anna, there, somebody had mentioned last night about a psychops or something they were called. And when I've looked into it, it's like all the tactics they've used with you, with Paddy, with the lads, with everybody, it's all the same tactics, even down to putting leaflets out. It's loudspeakers, and it's all the same tactics, and it's some kind of like computer. It's for the army intelligence or other organisations' intelligence to look into, to cause drama on the computer. It's crazy, isn't it? So, but it makes a lot of sense now. And as I say, because he actually came out with on one video as well. He said and Donna, when he was saying she was called, obviously she's kebab now, but had to go and sort computers out. She was called in when the 911 happened and all that. And then obviously when the pandemic happened, he said she was called in to work for the government. But she said to True, it was the MOD. So she was doing stuff on the computer for him. But now I actually believe it's part of this 77th Brigade. And it's, honestly, you've got to look at it and it's there in your face. And when you see the stuff where they'll say, oh, that one's been sleeping with this one and someone's been sleeping with your wife, and it's all part of their tactics to cause like total drama. So yeah, it's crazy. But wow, how do these people like I know the Grasses, and I know that they're obviously police informers, and I know the liars, but I mean, what do these people get out of they must be stalking people daily, do you know what I mean? And it's weird behaviour, isn't it? Weird. And as I say, Humphreys brought him in, so I'll never forgive him for that. And I think he's absolute behind the majority of the strings that get pulled with him. I think Shitey feeds them what to say. I think they're all in on it. And like you get people trying to say, oh no, they don't want him to do it and all that. Well, he's doing it, and you're feeding him with the information to do it. The lies, because that's what you all do. You all lie constantly. Let me have a look who's on the comments. Yeah, so it wasn't a fun time, but and I know you're right, and nothing I do say is truthful. It's constant. Oh, see you shoot and Castro. Get rid of that, because that's that. Chili's would get rid of him because he's a pensioner robber as well. Thanks. Yeah, I agree with that, Georgie boy. All the orders do come from Humphreys. 1,000,000%. I never got this on him when he wasn't sick. Yeah, because CDs, all they are is shit houses, so they're just shit houses, so that's all they'll do, say. They wait till people are ill, or they'll do it behind a computer screen and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not capable of doing stuff like that. T-Bun, he's still poorly. It's just I think the infections really took it out of him, and all the antibiotics and stuff. So he just feels really poorly like all the time lately. But he said he's gonna just carry on training and stuff. Yeah, he's vile. That Humphreys. I think he's the most slimiest, snidest person I've ever come across. And then, the first night that me and Brian went on live with Paddy, I told you I got a notification, and he took my page down. It wasn't even his page. So my book page, and he could stick the book up his wherever he wants to stick it, where the sun won't shine. So keep the book away. I'm not even bothered about saying it either. It's the truth what I'm saying. You have stolen mine. So if you do want to carry on striking, I have said Rafe, yeah, but I'm not bothered, because at the end of the day, it's the truth what I'm saying. You did go into my Facebook and take my page down, what wasn't your page. You were only an administrator on it, right? Weirdo. So, and every time you strike a channel, I'll strike one back up, right? I'll just strike the channel back up. And then, so it's never going to stop. And if you want to carry on being clever, I'll just go on that Rumble or something where you can say what you want, and I'll just start putting out even more in more and more places. You won't shut me up, none of you. Not one of you will. Yeah, I haven't looked on there, as well. He's still got that page. If you go onto Facebook, that Here Comes Johnny page is still open. I know he can't. He hasn't got the password for that, and that's how I managed to get all them voice recordings, because they sent it on Messenger. Voice recordings you send. So when people were saying, "Oh, she's tape recorded him," no, I hadn't tape recorded him. I'd look through the old messages on Messenger, what he can't get into, and I screen recorded them and put his own messages out. I don't play their tactics. I don't need to record calls. I'm not a weirdo. Let me have a look. Carlisle crew, are you all right? Yeah, I thought it was really, really odd that Georgie boy about saying that to that narrative. Like, I really did. Like, shows your woman that. I thought Hangman Audits only came on my live stream and she had him up as a vulnerable person and stuff like that, didn't she? Saying, "Oh, I'm really worried he's on the autism scale and all that," and she's doing this and she's doing that to him. And then you had Kebab putting out his address and saying where the potholes were in his street and stuff. I mean, they're proper weirdos, aren't they? Humble liar, yeah. That's what he is, humble liar, isn't he? Are you, Basil? Is that you? I've just noticed that. Yeah, are you okay? I told Brian you were asking about him earlier. He was over the moon. Because Basil, he had sepsis and he was in hospital for quite a long time, but he's really not been well after it. It's like taking a long recovery. It's awful for him, really, because it was bad enough before, but at least he could still get downstairs and stuff and come on a computer, but he's just absolutely took it right out of him. I think it goes deep into your bones and stuff and tissues, and it's like knackers your body up because they're hammering you with like loads of IV drips and stuff, antibiotics, and he's just not being right after it. Have a look. Have a look. 2 seconds. Yeah, T-Bunny, he was, wasn't he? the lapdog. Somebody once told me it was a friend of our friend David. He's in America. He's like a barrister in America, and he said he's known in London as he would go to the opening of an envelope. Him, but I don't think he tends to be going to too many things now. Like, but imagine all the things he's been up to over the years in that blooming Castle Place and all that. It's just absolutely vile, and it just makes you think. Like when you think about it, them all that stuff with the castle and Fairfellas and stuff. All them were on the computer as well, and they were all on this like gangster memorabilia page where they were selling like fake letters and fake like memorabilia of gangsters. But that's where Carol first was arguing on another gangster site. Carol Edwards Lee Duffy's Carol was first having an argument with Humphreys over why were they lying about Paddy, and that was years ago. I only found that out when we'd obviously gone on to Paddy's live after when we found the truth and stuff, that they'd been lying and stuff. But Carol had been arguing with Humphreys on there because that all came out, and we went to Humphreys' office. I took Carol with me because the books and that weren't tallying up, and I thought this is going to look mental, but it just makes you think they're all in it together because obviously we had the other fake offer, and then we had this one, and like the money wasn't tallying up. And I'd gone into the office to speak to him, and Carol had come with me, and that's where he said Carol had brought up her arguing with him on this site, and she said, what were you saying that about? What you saying that about, Paddy, for? And he said, look, I just seen something and I ran with it. And he said, do I believe what's getting said and what I've said? No. And when I heard that, I felt sick. Honestly, I did. I thought, you're horrible, a lot of yous. But there's loads of stuff, and I'll tell you as well when I speak to you, when I see you face to face, about that shitey and things that was said. But I'll have a good chat with you. 2 seconds. Get rid of him. Anybody that talks loads of crap like that to you, George boy, just get rid of them. Just idiots, aren't they? But yeah. Thank you, Basil. I'll get him on the phone. Because I don't know whether you've been trying to get hold of him, but he got arrested again after I think you must have been in jail, and so he got arrested again over that fake offer. So he had all of his phones and devices took again, and then he went into hospital not long after that. So he hasn't had a number or anything. So I'll get him up on because he doesn't go on Facebook, as you know. So I'll get him on Messenger and let you speak to him. Yeah, definitely, Anna. I've got things, something, and that Shitey wanted me to put out there once, and it made me feel sick, and I never ever did, obviously, but I always kept that, and I'm gonna let you have that, Anna. Sicko him, absolute sicko. So I believe he's as bad as what Rafe is as well. I'm not bothered really. I'll keep coming out with the names, and do you know what? I'm really not bothered, because if the channel does go, I'll just do another one. But obviously he's playing Rafe what to say, and then Rafe's playing Humbles what to say. And this is the truth, so that if you want to strike me, but could be any Rafe, couldn't it? But yeah. When I realise how far back this goes to now, and I realise different things and different lies and stuff that I haven't even said yet, but I will speak to Anna. But I can't wait to meet Anna. But yeah, just wrong uns, a lot of them. Yeah, Alan, see, you're not sure what I'm on about tonight. Well, it's the only thing I come on and talk about, and it's the only thing that I'm doing is to expose the likes of Humble, Unloved Danny, Humphreys, Winter Hill Gang, for all the lies and for all the lives they're trying to destroy, and they have tried to destroy, and all the lies that they've said about people. And this is what my channel's about. It's not like well, I'm going to do normal podcasts, and I'm on here for one reason only, and it's to let people know what all these people are about, and I will keep exposing them. As long as they're carrying on telling lies about people, I will carry on exposing them. End of. So if you're looking for a normal chat about Alan, it's probably not the right channel, because I'm just going to go on about these until I need to carry on. By the looks of it, the way Kebab and Ginge go on, it's going to be for a long time yet. But yeah, that'll be good, won't it? So yesterday with that Silky the rapper, he's in talks about doing a song, so that'll be good. I didn't know who he was. Everyone just listened to him today, but everyone's listening to him, aren't they? But I'm 50, so I didn't know who he was. Gillies, are you okay? But Bobby, will you stop Wolf from biting Eli? He just getting to that stage where they're trying, just having a bit of a figgy. They're trying to see who's the boss, I think. Yeah, so if you're all bored later, definitely looking at this Psychops, and it would make sense because that would be the type of thing that I could see Humphrey's being connected to all that. Yeah, Anna said there are a bunch of Fargo cool people that don't give. Yeah, what? That gets a safe one, but would like to meet me. I will go tomorrow. Anytime, bring his friends. Yeah, and I know. Yeah, if he if he was anything about him, why doesn't he meet me and Anna in a public place? Yeah, he could come to that march, couldn't he? Outside for the jail fastings. Oh, is it Jaleesa? It's windy here. Like what? It's not really blowing. Oh, bless you. They're just yeah. Anna's right. I couldn't have said it better, but I just let me write that thing in the chat so people can see what it is. So it's called Psych. My spelling's terrible. Hold on. Psychops. Right. Hold on. Psych. Right. Right. So, Bobby, do you want to put him Wolf in his cage a second to lag it off? Psych up. Right. So check that one out first, and then check this one out because I can never understand the connection of them all, like Unloved Annie and all that, right? And this is just makes so much sense because look how they went on. So they went on to that Brian Harvey, didn't they? As I said, Lambo, then the Decker, then the rest of them, and then all the tactics when you get that Psychops up, all the same tactics are what they use with everybody else. So loudspeakers outside people's houses, leaflets getting delivered. So it's all starting to fit in now. 77th Brigade. Hey, Tony. Brigade, right, Brigade. So that is a part of the army what spies on social media for other agencies. And it's like worrying because like you can get the likes of that Unloved Annie and the likes of Kebab and Ginger and the rest of them. And like the proper stuff that they're coming out with is weird, isn't it? It's like all this like mad stuff they come out with, Satanist, this one, that one. It's all the same lies. So it's worrying that there's like lunatics like that allowed a free reign to cause all this drama for the other agencies. But I didn't know that division had started in the army, and it was in 2016. Now, if you go to the Here Comes Johnny page on Facebook, so that's here. Right, hold on. Here comes Johnny, right? So that page he doesn't know the password for, right? And that's how it is on his Facebook. So if you search that, he's still got quite a lot of stuff up. And on that Here Comes Johnny page, if you go to about this person, it says that one of the events he went to was the Governor film premiere. Bobby, put Wolf in the cage a sec. It was a Governor film premiere at London, and that's where they went to the castle afterwards. But that was in 2016, and that's when this group formed. But apparently, my friend's getting the info, and she said that there was a trolling academy thing set up in Wales as well. And where was she? She was in Wales. Do you know what I mean? It just all makes sense. It just shows you what's going on, doesn't it? But I will definitely get like the 100% proof of what I'm saying, and I'll carry on with it. But I just wanted a quickie tonight just to get it out there. 2009. Yeah. I'm not far from them, but total countryside swords. Oh. Hiya, Evel. Yeah, so it's only a short one tonight. Mark, I definitely do, because as I say, if you look back to Aaron Lambo at that time, he was getting pulled by the police constantly. Every video he did, he was getting pulled. He was getting pulled in gyms. Oh no, Tony, you haven't. There's loads of people without spanners. It's a new channel, because it got struck again, didn't it? So this one's another channel, but I can't do the spanners on the StreamYard. I've been trying to do Peggy's and stuff, but I can't do it from StreamYard for some reason. So when I do the next live on the what's it called, the normal YouTube, I'll get it sorted. George Boy, would you share Scotty G's link as well? Yeah, so when you think about it, if you go back to Aaron Lambo's videos, he was getting pulled for nothing as well all the time, wasn't he? Like pulled. So it just makes you wonder. So the police were on to him, and then he had these lot trolling him. So it's just crazy, isn't it? So is that to try and break people, or is it to try and make people slip up when they haven't got enough evidence to? I don't know what they're trying to do, but I do realise that they're definitely not right in the head, like. Definitely not right. Yeah, so Scotty is doing absolutely marvellous. Paddy and Sheriff, it's only works out, I think, £32 a week, is it, Georgie Boy? Each channel that are earning to just for the food and heating and stuff, right? And then Paddy will be looking after him anyway with food as well, extra food and stuff. And obviously, but they're looking to raise that every week just for his food and stuff. And I mean, he's doing absolutely marvellous. So if anyone can help with Scotty, that would be greatly appreciated, because it is a marvellous job that they're doing. It's unreal. It just shows you what's possible with a bit of like love and support. He's got now, Scotty, and he's got no problems, and I think it's absolutely marvellous. And then you get people trying to put a stop to nice things going on like that. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely vile. Are you, Monkey Man? Are you okay? So yeah, and I believe he's going by a new name now. He's given up Bruce Chives, because that was one of his aliases, and I think he's called Your Boss now. That's the new name he's got. So I mean, how could you be bothered making all these accounts up and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then you've got him talking to himself. So you've got William Rafferty in the comments. So then now and again he'll come out with, "Oh, what's all this about grassing?" JMW, he calls him, and then he's answering him back, humble liar, and saying, "Oh, it's all old shit, mate." And then this William Rafferty's going, "Oh, sound, I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was. Didn't think it was true." Just all crazy stuff. And then you've got Super Coven as well. So that's kebab. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got this Paul Hardy one who's come along. It's really weird behaviour. It's like, what the hell are you like talking to yourselves for? It's embarrassing, isn't it? Like, to think that you've got to talk to yourself on your own page. Crazy. Yeah, she's beautiful, Anna, isn't she, Tony? Dylan, what's that? What's it called? Zello? Let me have a look. Is it Zello? Zello? Let me try and find my glasses. Is that on? Where do I find that, Dylan? Isn't Dylan Paddy's relation? I think Brian knows Dylan. Let me have a look. Is it Zello that? Is it 2 L's? I can't see, my eyes are terrible. I'll have a little look. Let me just have a look at that. But it makes total sense. And then this is like Paddy's been saying, it's all part of the police and like operations, because this is what they use them people for that have been on that Psychops and on the 77th Brigade. So I don't know whether she's, even if she wasn't working for them anymore, she's obviously brought them tactics in and is obviously just a police informer anyway from the stuff that went on in Wales. So, and that's obviously why she can't have her face out in case she gets seen or gets spotted. But obviously her face is out there. But she's obviously had a lot of work done since she was at the castle. But she didn't look any better for it. But right. Geordie boy, just get rid of it. It's done nothing. My eyes are terrible, aren't they? Yeah, well, my eyes are absolutely terrible. Yeah, I think because Brian's always fought with you. I lived Dylan. I think Brian was in jail with Dylan before. Yeah, it's weird why they're using that name. I don't even know what Zello is, do you? Some strange people on here, aren't there? And if you notice, all of them have got jaded pasts as well. So it's like you've got Dave and Castro who rob like pensioners and do the most horrible things like that. You've got, then him and her were into swinging. Then you've got Kebab, who was what God knows what she was doing at the castle, and what other stuff she's been up to, because I've heard a lot. So they've all got some kind of like, you've got Birdshit, who's an absolute worst of the worst, right? Who Ginger's done that many jobs with, right? He can't even turn against him or say anything wrong about him. And I honestly believe that one of the things that happened here, that was Ginger and Birdshit working together. We've just been on about that tonight on the first thing that happened here. So it's a bit weird. But yeah, let me have a look at these comments. It was only a quick one. I was got to sort them dogs out. I've left Bobby with the dogs. He's up the wall. I can hear them. One of them, little squeaky cries. So it means Eli's ears getting. Yeah, Anna, that's right. He was he's joined him in the Mason. Yeah, because it makes you wonder what. Yeah, because it seems they got all their people into the Masons as well, didn't they? There he goes. I couldn't believe it when that pen. I was fiddling with it because I'm terrible, so I'm sure I've got something like ADHD, but there's never I can't even say it. AHAD, is it? I'm sure I have, because I never ever sit still or anything. So I'm always like fiddling about with things. So I had that pen last night and I was just turning it in my fingers. And then next thing there was ink, and then when it went all over my face, that was hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, definitely put Paddy's channel, buy me a coffee up as well, because he does absolutely marvellous with them birds and stuff, especially this weather. He's doing a great job with Scotty, and keep putting Scotty's linking as well, Geordie boy. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, he's great, Geordie boy, isn't he? Cartman, yeah, I'm just saying there, with it being a new channel, Cartman, it's yeah, I've got your spanners, but I just haven't been able to do it, because when you click on the dots on this StreamYard, it's just a nightmare. So I'm going to try and do it from the comments, maybe. But I've just tried to do Peggy again then, it doesn't seem to be working. But I don't know whether I'll be able to do when it stopped. Yeah, and it's crazy, isn't it? And when you think back as well to where Shitey's dad went with the cops to meet that other person in that park, and they were allowed to walk out with guns way back then. It's crazy, isn't it? It's vile, honestly. The lies and stuff that what they've come with is absolutely horrible. And I do believe that's why they turned up here. When Brian went onto social media, and obviously he'd not long been off crack cocaine, he'd had a massive addiction for years. And I do honestly think they came here like panicking, because they just turned up out of the blue. He hadn't seen them for 30 years. And he'd only seen them a few times anyway, do you know what I mean? In the times when they used to try and get the likes of Brian down there and the likes of Lee down there and different things like that. So they've been at it for years, haven't they? A lot of them have just been at it for years. But yeah, so I'm going to go because it's getting late and it wasn't a planned one, but I just wanted to get out that stuff, what I've come across. And then if any of you are bored or anything, and have a little look into that for me, and you can see anything. But yeah, Terry Toilet, out, that's got a Falmouth, because see, the connection with them two is absolute insanity as well. Hey Steve, I hope you're well. Have you ever heard of this 77th Brigade, Steve? Or Psychops? I think if you look on my community post, Steve, every tactic they use, I think DD's used on the Decker situation. Anyway, I'm going to let you all go, but when I've got more constructive stuff in my head and I'm not in my jammers, I'll get back on. But I'll definitely do another live this week, because he's getting been a bit prolific this week. He must have had must have got a little bit of a payout from them lot. He must get paid in crack or whatever, because he seems to be posting all kinds of nonsense again. So hey Dale, and night. So I'm saying hey Dale, so it was night. Do you know what? I should have been born blonde, I think. Bum squeak normal. Well, look what you did to you. So you were nearly onto him, and he admits that himself, Steve. Right? Then he wants you to call the truth. So then she comes out with, when she's doing that live about me. And I haven't forgot about you, Steve, either. Right? So then you start getting it again off them. But when you were suicidal not long ago, that's when he was ringing you up with threats and saying people will come around drugs and stuff. So this is what they do, see, they're horrible. But anyway, may God bless everyone, and we'll speak to you all soon. Right? Right.